Maxim Goldfinger, and this is Vinyl Turnaround, a kind of video blog for YouTube which I make to present records that I sell on my webshop on Discogs, but also to show the records I buy or the records I get, and talk about all the music that people are interested in and about my own interest in the music. And this is the first program in English. Up to now I did it in Russian, but there were so many requests from the public to do it in English, so I decided, yes, I need to do it in English as well. And today I will talk about the records that I got, and today we will go both local and global, which is probably a sign of the times. Local because people who are involved in releasing and making of these records are from here, from Amsterdam. By the way, beautiful weather, sun shining, children playing, swimming in the canal waters, absolutely amazing days in Amsterdam, such a rare weather that is not happening really most of the year. So everybody's happy and we are happy, and I hope you will enjoy this show. And back to the local and global. So all these records are global because the music concerned has no limits, and we will hear sounds from faraway countries. The first record is on the newly born label in Amsterdam, which is called ΤΡΟΠΟΣ Records, which is a collaboration of German Popov or OMFO, an artist originally from Odessa in the USSR a long time ago, who lives here in Amsterdam and makes music and produces his music from Amsterdam. And this is his initiative, and this release is made in collaboration with Moi Chai, which means my tea, and which is again a newly born shop in Amsterdam selling tea, mostly Chinese tea, but also tea from India and Caucasus and many other places where they produce tea. And it's a kind of salon with the possibility to taste the teas. I advise it to you, I've been there. But to cut long story short, this is one of the first releases on the label ΤΡΟΠΟΣ, and this is called Land of Three Fogs. We will find out more about it, taking a look at the cover. Look at this. Obviously, this comes from a faraway country, not from the Netherlands. We will first put out an insert. The record is supplied with information and a beautiful insert with explanation and everything. I will read out a few words from the motto of the label. ΤΡΟΠΟΣ is a record label that highlights sounds along various cultural, historical and metaphysical lines. The term ΤΡΟΠΟΣ derives from a Greek word that connotes turns, spins and circularities, as well as musical modes and figures of speech. The main idea behind ΤΡΟΠΟΣ is to establish a publishing platform that would pay tribute to the innovative Soviet musical journal Krugozor, with an eye to disappearing musical cultures. Okay, Soviet musical journal Krugozor. I'm not sure if it says anything to you, but I give you a few examples of it. In the 60s, 70s, 80s, in Soviet Union, there was made this particular journal, magazine, which was a monthly magazine, size of 7-inch record. I'll show you a little bit of it. It was a flexi, and it covered all aspects of Soviet life, from space to politics, space again, poetry about space, flexi records, but also ordinary life and jokes and literature and arts were presented in this magazine. And on the back of the magazine was usually a star, mostly international star. In this case, this is Adriano Celentano. This is 1971. This is from 1968. And this one is again from 1971. You can see on the cover the Mongolian rider on the horse and some Mongolian stars on the back, and again covering various historical issues, cultural issues, specials on Mongolia, etc. So each month this magazine was released with audio documents and music for so many years, and was very popular in Soviet Union. So the idea of the people behind Tropos is to recreate this kind of atmosphere of audio documenting cultures. So the first release is about this land of three fogs, and it appears that the name of the land of three fogs refers to the area somewhere on the border between Thailand and Burma, and maybe to this whole region in Southeast Asia, where there is no day when there is no fog or a mist. So it's a kind of misty place. I would even say mysterious, because the music from this area is not much studied by the outsiders, and there live a lot of various ethnic groups, many of which are presented on this record. And these groups include, for example, Kayo, Hamu, Brau, Karen, Yao, Taidam, Tailu, Brau, Hmong, Lahushi. There's many groups presented, and they all have their own styles and their own music. And what is also interesting, which is also proven by this record, that types of instrument like reeds and gongs, they both come from this area, from this part of Southeast Asia. The field recordings of this album were made by Fred Halles, who is a researcher and ethnomusicologist living in Amsterdam. And he made a few field trips to the area, starting with 1991, and the last recording is 2011. So it's quite a nice time span, representative time span. By the way, nice, really nice dragons here, yes. So you get the idea. Very raw, nice recordings from the field. No effects. This is the way people make music for themselves. This is not stage art performance. Wonderfully recorded, very clean, clear. And all kinds of instruments are represented here. Also mouth organs, for which this area is very famous. I think there is one piece, short piece of mouth organ on the first side, like this. Yes. This one is called Young Man, Young Woman. I suppose you understand what it is about. So this is an unmissable document for anybody collecting traditional ethnographic recordings. This was the first record I wanted to show you. Another record on the same label, ΤΡΟΠΟΣ Records, and recorded and composed by nobody else but OMFO himself. So this is the last album of OMFO, our man from Odessa. Is great for his fans to see it. I don't think many of OMFO fans can get it because it's a strictly limited edition. As far as I understood, 150 copies. So one of them I hold here, so there is only 149 left. But let's listen to a new OMFO album. It's a short album, 5 pieces, and it is called Cosmotropos. We see on the cover is the picture of a star constellation fish. Not sure why it is here, but obviously OMFO had his own mysterious reasons. And again, we have nice, beautiful records with transparent vinyl, very misty and mysterious. It's a pleasure to hold this in hands and put it on the put the needle on it. I will do it with pleasure. On the first side there are 2 tracks called Kulat Nunu and Balik. So let's just start with the first one, and let's get surprised. Actually, this record should be played at 45, so this has a pretty strong sound. The sound of kanun, the Arabic zither. Nice electronic beats, some nice electronic sounds. Recognizable work of OMFO. As you know, OMFO became famous for his work on Borat, the first one. There were few tracks used in the film. He became massively famous. But he also is doing some other work, more esoteric, more deep, like this. Resonances. Sounds like we are on a Syrian border listening to Dabke music. But OMFO uses a lot of inspirations from Middle East and Central Asia, other parts, Asian parts, Japan, Korea, in his music. He let himself loose with these influences, and he looks for a deeper meaning. Scales, intonations. Let's listen to another track. This one is called Ikan. Ikan. On the previous record of The Land of Three Folks, we've heard some music made with gongs. Sounds like on this one, OMFO was inspired by similar gong music from Southeast Asia, incorporates it into electronic soundscape. Nice for out sounds, good for meditation. So I would say if you are looking for deeper, more adventurous sounds, this is a perfect record for you. OMFO, Cosmotropos, holy vinyl, I would say. So we wish good luck to the newly born label ΤΡΟΠΟΣ. And to end this on an even higher note, I'll play for you another record of OMFO, which was released in Greece recently, which I got as a promo record from OMFO himself as well. This is released on Daba Duba Great Records, and this is called Side A, Septuplus. It is supposedly a Tajik tune, okay, in the unique rework of OMFO himself, but the Greeks liked it a lot. They thought it was their own music. If I understood it correctly, this was supposed to be a Tajik tune. but the Greeks liked it a lot. You know, Alexander Makedonsky, Tajikistan, they were so close at one moment in history. So that's it for today. This was Maxim Goldfinger with vinyl turnaround, Винилооборот, this time in English. I hope my Russian fans will also be able to see it and understand it. And we talked about a newly born record label, ΤΡΟΠΟΣ, in this program with wonderful, misty and mysterious vinyl. I will see you soon again with some exciting records, sold or bought, it doesn't matter. Vinyl should turn around.